Well, it is officially the best time of the year. You got draft rumors heating up. You got mock drafts going crazy. NFL free agency is opening up. Players are signing. Players are getting traded. And oh yeah, March Madness is this week. There's a lot we're doing on the show today. It's going to be a little different. Austin and if you don't know personally, I'm a huge college basketball fan. There's NFL and college basketball. They're the same tier for me. Austin, he likes soccer, so he doesn't know much about college basketball, but we're going to fill out a bracket here together. It's going to be fun. Hang out, have a good time. And it's the first day of free agency. A lot of news has already happened, and I'm sure if you know anything about me, I have something big happened for the Panthers last week, and we're going to here to talk about it, so it's going to be a good time. This is K&A Football. All right, so Austin, here we go. I personally, you know this, Debbie knows this, I can make fun of her for this. If I'm gonna fill out a bracket, it's gonna take me a week. Like I'm in a league, like a bracket poll with my dad and a bunch of my dad's friends. I'm in a bunch of polls, and it takes me the entire week from Sunday to either Wednesday night or Thursday morning to fill out the bracket. And most people take a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you enter the same bracket for everything.
I do.
Like you don't do
ride or die.
You don't do a different bracket for each competition. You don't do a different bracket for all your things, and it's just like, oh, whatever happens, happens. You make one bracket. You are completely set on that bracket, and that's it.
Yep. And it worked good 2 years ago. I had Baylor winning it all. They won it all, so ended up being great for all my leagues. And then last year, I had Tennessee winning it all, and they lost in the second round. And then I was like, well, I'm hosed in every single league. But it's what makes it. I mean, you have one team to root for. Like you know what you want. It's not like, oh, I want this team to win, but if they lose, it's okay because I have this team. Like that just takes the fun out of it for me. I don't know. People disagree, but that's the way I see it.
I say make as many brackets as you can. Hopefully, you get close on one.
Yeah. If you don't know what March Madness is, first of all, what is wrong with you? You need to get on and fill out a bracket. But so pretty much college basketball, they go through the season, they get to the end of the year, and then there's a tournament, a
64.
Goodness, good job. I blanked there for a second.
And 60, he's the college basketball guru.
There's a 64-team tournament. Teams go in single elimination, and they just go crazy. And everyone fills out brackets. There's been millions and millions and millions of brackets made ever. Never has there been a perfect bracket. The odds of a perfect bracket are like negative. Like it's not going to happen. And you might think like, oh, you can just take a high seed every time, and eventually, that'll be fun because the high seeds are going to win. For some reason, March Madness is always so nuts, and there's upsets all the time. I mean, it's great. It's why it's the best.
I guess. I don't know. This really isn't my thing, and so here we are today. So obviously, with that preface of Kadin saying that he only does one bracket, this isn't technically going to be.
No, it is not.
Kadin's bracket.
Because I'm not halfway done with
because
mine.
He would never do this in
one sitting.
I mean, he does half of his bracket, and then he goes away, and he comes back, and he just takes forever to do everything. So technically, this is a Austin's bracket.
This is the K&A bracket.
K&A bracket. Fun fact, I've never actually filled out a bracket.
You didn't last year? And
I did the ESPN autofill.
Oh, really?
I still got third place. But
you got.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was me. I did make a couple alterations to it, but I've never sat down and just pick teams as I go. So this will be fun.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to do, the first part of the bracket here, and then we're going to get into some of the NFL news, just kind of break things up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and finish the bracket as we go along. Mm-hmm. So I guess let's just jump into it, man.
Yeah, let's do it. This is gonna be a different episode.
This is gonna be fun.
Weird. We didn't know if we should have done an episode like this because it's K&A football, and this is obviously not football. But a lot of people like college basketball, or not college basketball, but March Madness. A lot of people watch it and fill out brackets. People have no idea fill out brackets, and they're like, "Hey, you guys should totally do an episode like that." And we're like, "Yeah." And so here we are. But
right, so here we go, man.
The way we're gonna do this is a hot topic. We were talking about this earlier. The only correct way to fill out a bracket is start from the top left, move all the way down. Just do the first round. Then you move to the top right, go all the way down. And then you come back over to the left, second round. That's the only correct way to fill out a bracket. If you do it region by region, no. That's...
Hey, if you say so, man. I have no idea. I'll just agree with you there. All right, so first up is Alabama against a school I have never heard of in my life.
Oh, yeah, because that's two schools. That's A&M, Texas A&M CC and SMO. I don't even know who SMO is because they're like...
Oh, so this is that weird thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, they do a playing game where there's 4 games early in the week where they win and then they get into March Madness. It's really... I don't know why they do it. It really makes no sense, but it doesn't matter who wins the playing game. It's a 16 seed, and only one 16 seed has ever beat a 1, ever. And I don't think it's ever going to happen again.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick that then. I guess we'll go with Alabama.
Yeah,
Alabama to win that.
That's a smart move. Alabama is one of the top 4. That's why they're a 1 seed. I mean, they're one of the top 4 best teams in the country. They're
seems legit. I don't know. All right, Maryland and West Virginia.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some knowledge as we're going, so you can like build up some knowledge for your own personal bracket when we're done with this.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So like it's obviously the same layout as college football. You got the Big 10, you got the SEC, the Big 12. Well, in football, you got the SEC and the Big 10. They're like the top dogs. They're dominant.
Yeah.
Everyone, like if you're playing the SEC, that's a good school. The Big 12 is the equivalent of the SEC for college basketball. The Big 12 is elite. And then you have the Big East, which they're not really a football conference at all. Like they're terrible at that. But for basketball, they're also very good. And then everyone else falls underneath. Like the Big 10's okay.
Okay.
ACC's okay, But so West Virginia's in the Big 12. Maryland's in the Big 10. When I fill out my brackets, I give more points to Big 12 teams because they're playing tougher competition all year. But they're 2 very level teams. So I'll let you pick this one. It's a 8 versus 9. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Game. This is the first game of the tournament.
All right, West Virginia. I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah. Seems legit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And then we got San Diego State versus Charleston. It's a 5 versus a 12 seed. Upsets happen. 5 versus 12 seeds, you're like, okay, 5 seed's going to win majority of the time. But shockingly, a majority of the time, not majority, but a good amount of time, the 5 seeds upset 12 seeds. That's a really common upset that you'll see. That doesn't mean it happens every year, but you'll normally see 1 or 2 5 or 12 seeds. Or you'll normally see 1 or 2 12 seeds beating a 5 seed in every year. In my personal bracket, I've already done this part of the bracket. I really, really like Charleston. I think they're really good. They were almost ranked at one point, and they're like a nobody school. Like I couldn't even tell you where they are. Probably like North Carolina, I'd assume.
Probably.
But like it's not like I couldn't tell you anything else about them except for like their location because of their name. But you can go. You can just run with it.
All right, Charleston. We're going with the Kadin pick. The Kadin treatment.
I'm not gonna lead you on for all of these. Some of these you're just gonna talk about this next one. Just figure it out. Just roll with it.
Okay. Virginia and a school that I've never heard of again.
Yeah. There's a lot of like nobody schools because there's like every conference, every D1 conference will have at least one team in.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of like this team won their conference tournament, but they're Furman. Like,
who are they?
Yeah, exactly.
I've never heard of them, so I'm gonna go Virginia. Seems like a legit pick, guys.
That's some pretty good logic.
I'm doing good. All right. Yeah, I can't read that. What's that first one?
Creighton.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Got Creighton and NC State.
Eek. I don't know about that one.
Okay, so do you not know about that? Do you know about the other ones then?
I know about the other ones.
So
not this
Creighton,
one, no.
Creighton's part of the Big East, like that second really good conference.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be really good this year, like one of the contenders to win it all. They have an elite, like very, very good starting 5, but their bench is like terrible. And NC State's just like middle of the pack, their whole team's pretty balanced. They have good point guards. So yeah, Creighton, they didn't live up to the hype this year. They were kind of like a a little better version of the Broncos. They had all the hype, and then kind of didn't meet the hype. Not as bad as the Broncos. They're not that bad. They still made the
That's an
tournament.
analogy I understand.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll try to do that. Maybe I'll try to give you more football references. But
well, yeah, Just based on the seeds, we're gonna go with Creighton then.
That's fair. That's
just
what I
on
did in
the
my
seeds.
bracket too.
Seeds seem legit. All right. Baylor and UCSB. You're wearing the jersey, and you said that they won last year, so I think
No,
we're gonna
they
go
won
with
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So I guess we'll go with Baylor. That seems legit, guys.
That is legit.
Missouri, Utah State. Let's see. Missouri has Kansas City, and they just won the Super Bowl. Utah State has a bunch of Mormons. We're gonna go Missouri. We're gonna go with Missouri, guys.
Yeah, I'll roll with that.
That's a good pick.
I'll just let you cook. Keep going.
Let me cook, bro. All right, Arizona. No name school. Princeton, bro. That's an Ivy League school right there.
Does that mean that they're good at that? Does
that means that they're probably really good at basketball. I don't know. I feel like they probably have some math majors.
all the nerds are going
on
crazy
that,
out there
on
in
the basketball court. They're calculating like the angle and like everything. We're going with Arizona.
I was about to say, if you're really picking an Ivy League school right now to beat a 2 seed, it's a little nuts.
Yeah, no, I'm not that stupid. All right. Then in the East is Purdue, the Boilermakers. While they suck at football, but for some reason they seem to be decent at basketball. I know that they beat Ohio State.
They did. Ohio State didn't make the tournament. Unfortunately, they were terrible this season, but they went on like a crazy run for like a week late in the season. And if they would have won 2 more games, they'd have won the Big Ten tournament and made March Madness, which would have been nuts. But we didn't. We lost to Purdue in the semis because Purdue has a cheat code on their team. I don't know if you've seen anything. They have a 7'4". What is he? Chinese, I think. I don't know. He's 7'4". Just a unit of a dude. And what he does is they bring the ball up. He goes and sets a screen. He runs under the hoop. They throw him the ball, and he dunked it without jumping. He is a human cheat code. It makes it like so unfair. And Ohio State was playing them, and Ohio State has like one 7'1" dude, and he had a lot of fouls early in the game. And you're like, shoot, we don't have anyone else over like 6'5", and so literally you're having like a 6'3" dude on someone who's a full foot taller than him, and he's just like dropping it in the hoop.
Yeah, that does seem like don't worry, he'll be nerfed in the next update. I'm gonna go with Purdue then. They seem to have.
Well, and they were playing a 16.
Yeah, and the 16 seed. That's not the other thing. If I see that slash, I'm going with the not slash team. Purdue, yeah. All right.
Well, before we move on, Harold Mansfield has a question. He said, if Austin beats Kadin, will he be spending 24 hours in a Waffle House?
If Austin's official bracket
like
would
if his
beat
bracket
mine.
beats yours. I don't know. We should come up with some type of good punishment. Some good punishment. for
There's
Kadin.
no possible way that my bracket would do that.
I know.
No,
but
that's
if
not
it
true
did,
because it is all
anything can
luck.
happen. I picked randomly last time. Like I didn't even hit the autofill. I just picked stupid picks. I like the logos better, and I got like I don't know 3rd place. I was winning for like a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, you don't have to know nothing about college basketball to pick. It's all luck. It's madness for a reason. I mean, no disrespect here, but in our church league, Gino won it last year, and I don't think Gino watches that much college basketball. As crazy as that sounds, I don't think she watches that much. So it's like, I mean, I was in that one, and I got like middle of the pack. It doesn't really, it's just.
We'll put a pull up or something and have the.
Yeah, we'll
have
decide
our
on a
followers
punishment.
decide.
Is this your official bracket, or since we're
No.
agreeing? Okay, so you're going to make your own official one.
Yeah. We'll
This is the K&A bracket.
We'll release those by Thursday, both of our brackets.
Well,
on,
we'll
the
screenshot or
Instagram
something. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. All right.
Memphis or FAU?
Memphis or FAU? That's a good question. Let's see. I feel like I should pick some more upsets, and this 9v8 wouldn't really be an upset.
Yeah, 9v8s are always 50-50. You
but
never know.
I do really like Memphis's logo. I can't lie. It's kind of sweet.
Their court, it's got a lot. Their court, like Boise State's football field.
Yeah.
That's blue.
Yeah.
They got like blue tiger stripes all over their court. It is the ugliest thing. Like you can't watch a game because it like gives you a headache. But
I feel like that would look sick.
yeah, Memphis they got a really good point guard on their team. The rest of their team's trash, but they have a really good point guard who can carry them and score. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, Memphis.
yeah, go with Memphis.
Memphis it is, man. Debbie, where did you take us?
There we
There you go.
And then we
All
got
right.
okay. This game, you're not gonna care.
No,
But like
go ahead.
I lost my mind when I saw this on the bracket because I don't know how much you know and remember, but 2 years ago, Ohio State was a 2 seed in March Madness, and they got paired with the 15. Obviously, the 2 is going to beat the 15 99 out of 100 times. Well, Oral Roberts was the 1 time out of 100, and they cooked us. Well, not like cooked us. They beat us in overtime, but they beat us, and then they win in the next round too. So everyone was like, wow, this team, everyone fell in love with them. And then they had a point guard on their team, Max, I don't know how you say his last name, Absmus, and he goes and he just shoots a million threes, and he makes them. And if he misses, better luck next time, whatever, they'll be fine. They're even better this year because they still have that Absmus dude. So he just jacks up threes, but they have a 7'5" center. So now it's Absmus shooting a bunch of threes. If he makes them, great. If he misses them, he gets the rebound and passes it back to him, and he shoots more threes. So
you're saying that they're going to beat Duke?
That's the thing. I was set on before the bracket came out. I was like, whoever they play first round, I'm picking them. I don't care who they play.
Did you end up picking them?
And then I saw they're playing Duke, and I was like, dude, because Duke is arguably the hottest team in America right now. So I spent a lot of time. Who do you want to pick?
Hey, this isn't like an official bracket for
No,
anything.
it's
This
not.
is
It's
just for
K&N.
fun. So we're gonna go with Oral Roberts.
Yeah,
We're gonna
let's
go
have
with
fun.
it.
This is not. There's no crazy stakes about this. It's not for money. It's not. It's just
Right.
Yeah. So make it more fun. Or Roberts.
All right. Then Tennessee and Louisiana. I don't know anything about either of these teams. I've heard you say that Tennessee is like decent in some aspect, and they're ranked 4, and Louisiana is 13.
Yeah, they were really good, and then their point guard tore his Achilles.
Oh, see, I feel like that might be important. I don't know what a point guard does, but I feel like that's
You
probably
do.
an
You
important
play
position.
basketball. You play on our Y ball team.
That doesn't mean I know positions. We're gonna go Tennessee. Tennessee is the pick that we're going to go with. Kentucky and Providence. I don't know about either of these teams.
Kentucky.
I've heard of Kentucky.
Yeah, you have. And Kentucky is like
I've heard that
when you
they're
think-
good at basketball.
Well, yeah, when you think of college basketball, you think Kentucky
think
is one
Duke.
of the teams. Well, they're up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you obviously think of Duke, but
yeah. Everyone thinks of Duke.
yeah, Kentucky's really good. They're good every year, most of the time. This year they're pretty average. Providence has a dude on their team. Shocker.
Really?
His name's Bryce Hopkins, and he played for Kentucky last year.
And he's DeAndre Hopkins' son.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't get any playing time, but he was good, but they didn't play him. And so he's like screw you guys. I want to play. I'm better than this. I'm leaving. And he transferred to Providence. And he's gone crazy all year at Providence. He's their best player by a mile. And now he gets to play him in the first round. The rest of Providence isn't very good. Maybe he'll go
Revenge
crazy
game.
on a revenge game. I don't know. Who
Revenge game.
do you think?
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah, we're going with Kentucky. Just
No
because
revenge
it's-
game?
No revenge games here. Kansas State and Montana State. Those seeding seems disparaging. We're gonna go with Kansas State. It seems like too big of a gap for Montana to overcome there. Michigan State and USC. I don't like anything that comes from the state of Michigan. USC isn't so bad, and they had Pete Carroll for a while there. So I'm gonna go USC.
Fair. Then you got Marquette, 2 seed versus Vermont, who's a 15. Vermont is a 15 seed. That's really all we need.
All right, fair enough. Marquette then.
There has been two 15 seeds in each of the last 2 years. A 15 has beat a 2. But it's impossible to pick that. And Marquette's really
Yeah.
good.
Well, fair enough then. Houston is a 1. Didn't see that one coming. Against was that North Kentucky? That sounds so off-brand to Kentucky.
It's Northern Kentucky, yeah.
I hate off-brand things. Houston, it is. I feel like you probably agree with me there.
I do agree with you.
All right, talk me through this one, Kadin.
So we got-
I went Auburn.
Iowa, and then you got Auburn. 2 teams who last year were really good. A lot of people had them going to the Final Four or even the championship. Iowa lost in the first round. Auburn lost in the second round. So I feel like both teams have a lot to prove. What do you think?
Let's go Auburn.
This is looking really similar to a lot of my picks on my bracket.
All right,
I'm trying not to persuade you, but
guessing works, guys. Guessing works in this thing. Miami and Drake. Wow.
Yeah.
Drake is a rapper.
Drake is a rapper, and he filmed God's Plan. He filmed the music video for God's Plan in Miami.
Oh, see, that you didn't have to tell me that, because now I was gonna say that I don't really like Drake, so I was gonna go with Miami. It's true, it does look bad.
It's a U. That doesn't make sense to me, actually.
Oh man, this is difficult. I'm gonna go Miami just because of seating. You seem to think, your eyes tell me that you wanted Drake, but
No, it's fine. Okay, we have to agree on this one. Not even spending time on it. Kent State.
Yeah.
Beating Indiana, literally like 15 minutes down the road.
yeah, it is really close to where we live.
I don't care if they were playing Duke. Oh, well, that's not bad. Who is the best team? Well, I don't care if they're playing Alabama. They're local. We got to pull for them. At least one game.
At least one game.
I've
heard that Indiana's really good at basketball. I know that we have some Indiana fans that watch the show, so not sorry for that. Going with Kent State.
Yep, Kent State's gonna roll.
Pulling for the home team. All right, see there. Here we are.
Okay,
again.
here we are. But this is different.
No, it's not different. It's got the slash.
No, because the slash. If it's a 16,
means they're bad.
That does not mean they're bad.
They couldn't make it on their own. They got to play another game to make it.
You're right.
That's trash. They're trash.
Iowa State.
They're trash. It's Iowa State. Iowa State wins. I recognize that name.
Xavier.
Xavier.
It's in Ohio.
I think they're probably good.
They're playing Kennesaw State, who have never been in March Madness in their history.
Hey, this is their year, man. This is their year.
There's a first time for everything.
They're running the table. Kidding, Xavier.
All right. This one is going to be a really good game. It's a 7 seed Texas A&M, 10 seed Penn State. Penn State got really, really hot like 4 weeks ago, and they like are on a tear. Texas A&M got really, really hot like 3 weeks ago, and now they're on a tear. So, which team is hotter?
Texas A&M is hotter, mostly because I don't root for Big Ten teams that aren't named.
I noticed you haven't picked like a lot of Big Ten. It's okay.
All right, Texas versus Colgate toothpaste.
That's literally like what they are known. Like everyone thinks of the college, and they're like, oh, the toothpaste. That's what everyone filling out the bracket says. Even like the professional dudes are like buying the toothpaste, which is funny.
Yeah, Texas. 15. You're trash. You're trash toothpaste. All right. Probably gonna have to go with Kansas here. I don't know what that mascot is. That's like a dodo bird.
It's a Jayhawk. That's an amazing logo, bro.
That's weird. Why did they feel the need to be special? That's like a cartoon character they just threw up there, and they're like, "Welcome to our mascot."
It's iconic. When you see that, you know it's Kansas.
No, you know it's Kansas, all right, but I don't think for good reasons. All right, Arkansas and Illinois. I don't know, Kadin, who did you pick for this?
I'm not telling you. I can't give away. I took Arkansas.
I'm not giving it away. Also, I took Arkansas.
I took Arkansas. I like their coach. I think he has like what's a coach that's NFL coach is like craziness, too much energy.
McVay.
No, he's like Dan Campbell.
Oh.
Their coach is like Dan Campbell. He loses his mind.
I like that.
An Illinois coach doesn't lose his mind.
That's boring. I want Arkansas. I want to see that guy go really far. St. Mary's and VCU. I've never heard of VCU.
VCU they're in the same conference as Dayton.
Well, that's a no-name place.
Well, in St. Mary's, have you heard of them?
No, I haven't
Yeah,
either.
that's what I figured.
They're ranked 5.
St. Mary's, they play the game at like 1 mile per hour. Like they literally slow it down to the max. Like they will take all 30 seconds of the shot clock, and they just slow it down so much. It's kind of boring to watch because it's just like dribble, 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 pass, dribble, 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 pass. Oh, there's 1 second, shoot. Like, but they're good. It works. I mean, they're the 5 seed.
Well, that's very boring, and I don't like that. But they're ranked 5 for a reason, and I don't know anything about basketball, so we're gonna go with them.
All right,
St. Mary's.
UConn and Iona. Iona has a really good coach, but they're Iona.
Yeah, I've never heard of them. I feel like I've heard of UConn once or twice before, so we're gonna go with UConn.
UConn
definitely seems legit, guys.
Back to that other thing I said about Arkansas. If you think the Arkansas coach is Dan Campbell, the UConn coach is like Dan Campbell on crack.
Oh, give me them going
Like,
to finish the whole thing. Then I want to see
He's
them.
gotten multiple technicals this year.
I
Like,
love it.
It's he almost at times can like cost them games. Like people making their bracket sometimes pick against because they're like, we don't know what Dan Hurley is going to do. So it's concerning.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and also sounds like our coach in Weibel this year should have done the same thing.
Our Christian Weibel did not talk this year, unfortunately.
That's very true.
How lame.
Yeah. All right. Before we jump into the West, something that I do know quite a bit about, guys. I don't know a lot about basketball. I also don't know a lot about decks, but I do know who to trust when I need a good deck, just like I know who to trust when I am making my basketball bracket. K&F Construction has been serving the Northeast Ohio community for over 16 years, specializing in composite decks. K&F Construction takes the time and effort to provide the service and product you deserve for your home. You can call K&F Construction today at 330-575-2465 for a free estimate. Again, that's 330-575-2465. You can also visit kfdex.com, which is linked in the description. K&F Construction, let us build your dream backyard.
Before we get into the next things, we forgot to mention. I'm sure you can notice, but Debbie has given us, what are we calling these? Earbuds.
Earbuds, yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, they are called that. What?
We need to brag about every piece of
Oh, we
Yes,
do have to
every
brag
piece of
about it.
equipment.
It's a big
You have
deal.
to bring it up.
And these, it is a huge difference. It is weird to record with these on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a game changer. I don't feel like for the better, but it changed the game for sure.
Yeah, like, my intro, like when I opened the show, I like stuttered a second because I was like whoa, like I hear everything I say. Just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really weird. All right, so in the West we have
Well,
TCU.
It's midway through the West. We're halfway through the West.
Well, whatever.
Continuing the West.
Continuing in the West, we have TCU against the Slash teams. Never heard of those guys. I have heard of TCU. They made it to the
They did. And
college
they
football
lost by
final.
60.
They lost by 60, but they made it there.
They're out for revenge.
They're out for revenge. They're coming for you, Georgia. I don't know if you're in the tournament.
They're not.
They're not. So they already beat you. Suck to suck. Taking TCU.
In the Big 12 as well.
Oh. Okay. All right.
You don't care.
We have Gonzaga,
Versus the Grand Canyon.
the entire Grand Canyon. Unfortunately, I don't feel like the Grand Canyon is that good at basketball. It might be big. It might be able to really, hit some posters. But overall, I don't feel like it's that good of a shooter. We're going to go with Gonzaga because I've heard of them before.
Yeah.
Also, what is that mascot? Good. That
It's a
logo.
bulldog.
Dude, that is like
Oh, I know.
that is every inner city school's logo, mascot, everything. Like, that is bad. All right. Northwestern and Boise State. Does Boise State have like the crazy
Court.
court?
Unfortunately, they don't. They
Oh,
have
they're-
a normal court.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. Northwestern.
Big 10.
That's a Big Ten school.
You don't like Big 10?
I don't like Big Ten schools. We're going to Boise State.
Boise State.
Yeah, Boise State.
UCLA and UNC Asheville. Off-brand normal UNC, who's really good. This is UNC Asheville.
Yeah. Let's go with UCLA.
Probably smart.
All right. Now we jump all the way to the top of the bracket because Kadin has strong opinions on this. Maybe.
Nope. Just kidding. All right, they're right there. Alabama. 1 seed Alabama versus 9 seeded West Virginia. So, before we go. Actually, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Go for it.
All right, so did we complete all of these?
Oh, yeah, we did all of the first round.
All right, all the first round
Oh,
is
that's
done.
right, I
which
forgot.
means, finally, we get to something that I know something about, guys. Oh my gosh, we made it. I can't believe that we made it here, but we're here. We get to talk about some NFL news. Okay,
I forgot about this.
so yeah, Kadin was just too excited about this. So for those of you who didn't know, at noon today, the legal tampering period,
Which means you can sign free agents pretty much.
yeah, the legal tampering period has opened, which means you can talk to people that are still under contract. You can do a whole bunch of things that are normally very illegal, but the NFL says, hey, for this short amount of time, not that. So you can do whatever you want. We don't care.
You just can't sign them, even though literally
Right.
players are just like, oh, yeah, I'm signing. You
Yeah.
know, it's like they're signing. They just haven't officially wrote it on paper. Yeah.
Right. So obviously, this last week, there was a whole bunch of news. Free agency started. Obviously, like I said, the legal tampering period started March 15th. The official start of free agency starts, but no one cares about that. Everyone signs anyways. So, obviously, we'll get into probably the biggest piece of NFL news that has happened since the Super Bowl. Kadin's beloved Carolina Panthers traded with the Chicago Bears for the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. A lot of people said that the Panthers got absolutely fleeced. Kadin disagrees.
I do disagree. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, my team's an idiot. So obviously I'm a little biased on it, but yeah, we'll talk about that. First, where were you when you found out? Because I will never forget where I was. It's one of those things. That's what I was going to say. It's one of those things, man. Where were you on 9/11? Where were you when the Panthers traded for the first pick?
First overall pick. Where were you when the Panthers drafted CJ Stroud first overall? I was sitting in my bed writing a paper.
Your senior thesis?
Yes.
Good job.
On your bed?
Yeah. I do a lot of school on my bed. I don't know.
It's crazy.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I just kind of sit there and do it.
I tried to do that yesterday, Debbie.
No, I put it on my lap.
I tried to do that yesterday, Debbie, and I fell asleep.
I don't know. I do that most of the time. Mostly because my desk is an absolute disaster.
It sounds like a you problem.
So
It's almost close cleaning it.
no, so I don't fix it and I just do everything on my bed. But I was sitting there and Kadin texted, and I hadn't seen anything about it. And Kadin texted in the group chat and he was like, no way, guys, I can't believe it. He starts crying. He begins weeping over text, and I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? Who died? Yeah. And then he was like, I get the notification right as I open my phone that the Panthers traded for the pick, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty big, isn't it? So yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah. So I was the one who broke the news to you. So
Yeah,
I was ESPN. KNA football was ESPN. You heard it here first. I was in Columbus at DECA. I was competing for my marketing. Unfortunately, I wasn't good enough to go to nationals, but it's okay. Yeah,
That's where you were?
No. I was. We had reservations for this restaurant. There was 40 of us, but we had made reservations 5 weeks prior, I believe, or 3 weeks prior. But apparently, reservations aren't a thing anymore, and we waited for 45 minutes to get seated. But we're all standing there outside, waiting to go in, and I looked down at my phone, and I saw that, and then I lost my mind, and I was just. It was great. I'll never forget where I was.
I'm sure you won't. So the Panthers traded away this year's first, next year's first, a couple seconds.
Yeah, this year's
third.
second, next year's second. No thirds. And
No thirds.
wide receiver, DJ Moore.
Yeah. So that's what the Panthers gave away in return for the first overall pick from the Bears. So obviously that means that the Panthers are without any wide receivers whatsoever.
They're obviously going to sign one. Correct, yeah.
They're probably going to be signing someone, if not, well, they actually can't draft anyone anymore because they gave away all their picks.
They still have a second round pick this year because they had two, because they had gotten one from McCaffrey trade.
Yeah. So they went ahead and did that, which is pretty big, I guess. So in other news for the NFL, Jimmy Garoppolo goes ahead and signs with the Raiders. So
just I don't know, an hour ago.
Yeah, it was literally very recent. Jimmy Garoppolo goes ahead and signs a $72 million deal.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for Raiders fans.
Oh, yeah.
They go from Derek Carr, and then they're like, oh my goodness, we're going to get an upgrade. We're going to get a new quarterback.
Right,
oh my goodness.
We're going to get Aaron Rodgers.
Right, we're going to get Aaron Rodgers. We're going to get CJ Stroud. We're going to get Bryce Young. We're going to get
Brady might come here.
Lamar, maybe. Yeah. Okay, worst case scenario, we get Will Levis out of the draft. No, you got Jimmy G.
You got Jimmy G. I don't understand the Raiders. You're the Raiders' whole thing was we don't want some old quarterback. We don't want some scotch tape job to just fix this. We want our guy. Derek Carr's been our guy. We want our guy. And then they go ahead and get Jimmy G, who's been in the league forever and literally is the definition of Kirk Cousins.
He is in that Kirk Cousins tier. I would label him as that.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers looking like he's going to the Jets.
Okay, I thought he was there because I see so many things and it's a deal is done. Well, then why aren't they doing a trade?
Where's the deal at?
Right. So it's I think 99.999.
Yeah. I would be more
Percent.
shocked than not if Aaron Rodgers doesn't end up going to the Jets, because a lot of the Jets, I guess now sophomore players, Sauce Gardner,
Garrett
Breece Hall,
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, they all like took to the interwebs and went ahead and like begged Aaron Rodgers. They like burned a cheesehead hat
Yeah.
in like hopes that he would go ahead and
some
come to the
weird
Jets.
like that was some weird like
ritualistic
ritual thing. That was strange. Some sacrifice.
Yeah. So they went ahead and did that, which apparently made Aaron Rodgers want to go there more. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Normally you want to like respect him. I don't know.
Yeah, who
But
knows?
they did. Garrett Wilson, I think, posted on his Twitter just an hour ago, and he said, "I can finally go on my vacation now." So
Yeah, some very cryptic sort of tweets.
seriously,
going out
like
from
just
the
tell
Jets
us if
players.
he's there or not. Like he's going there.
Yeah,
it's just
so-
a matter of if he's there yet.
Aaron Rodgers will be a Jet. So,
What's gonna
Good job,
happen
everyone
is
involved
week
with that.
1, he's just gonna come out on the field for them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh,
we did get him.
They
Look
do
at
have
that.
Aaron
We don't
Rodgers.
have to start Zach Wilson. That's crazy. Also, we didn't get to talk about this last week, but Derek Carr went ahead and signed with the Saints.
Yeah,
The Saints wanted to trade with the Raiders for Derek Carr. Derek Carr said no, so the Raiders had to cut him. And then Derek Carr promptly then signed with the Saints, which means that Derek Carr wanted to go to the Saints the whole time. He just didn't want the Raiders to get anything for it, which is, salute to that guy. I love that. That is ultimate disrespect to your former team. I
Hey,
love it.
I love Derek Carr for that. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought. Never mind. I thought that was hurting the Saints
Oh, no.
for some
no,
reason.
it
And I was
doesn't
like, I
hurt the
love him for
Saints.
that. And I was like, wait, no, he's on the Saints.
It hurts the Saints that he's on.
Well,
the Saints.
that's true. Thank
He
you,
sucks.
Derek Carr. And he also bank robbed them.
Oh, yes, he did.
$100 million guaranteed. And what was it? Like 160 potentially on the contract?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Ridiculous.
He's not that good. He's not good at all, actually.
In bad news for Kadin's beloved Justin Herbert, their star running back Austin Eckler is requesting a trade, so he wants out of there. It doesn't mean that he's going anywhere. Obviously, Kareem Hunt for the Browns last year requested a trade. We promptly told him no thank you, and we kept him the whole year. Unfortunately, that probably means he's leaving this year. Sad times. But Austin Eckler wanting his way out, which I don't really blame him. I wouldn't want Justin Herbert either. Kidding.
That's funny.
Kidding. He's a fine quarterback. The offensive line is suspect. And then Jalen Ramsey.
Rewind.
Okay.
I think Justin Herbert needs to follow in Austin Eckler's footsteps.
Oh, I love that.
It's not going to happen.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
Because he's too amazing of a person. But he should be like, dude, I want out of here. Like, you guys are trash.
Where would he go though?
Oh, I
Nowhere
think
would take him.
if I'm the Panthers GM, which unfortunately I am not, I'm calling the Chargers right now. And
This is biased. This is just biased.
I'm saying, hey, I will give you the first pick for Justin Herbert. They would probably say no. I mean,
They
no one in
definitely
their
say
right
no.
mind would say yes to that.
No, that'd be
But
a terrible
like,
trade.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, something like that. Or you just hack up random shots and just miss all of them.
Dude, there's a chance.
Jalen Ramsey also goes ahead and was traded to the Miami Dolphins for literally nothing.
No,
No, it was literally nothing.
it was literally Hunter Long.
He has one career catch. One.
Does he really? Hunter Long
Yes.
does?
He has
Yeah.
one career catch.
It's so sad.
That is the worst trade. Like, you think the Panthers were fleeced.
Everyone's
Check
clowning
this
the Panthers
out.
for getting fleeced. Literally, one of our good friends is a Rams fan, and he texted me. He was texting, and he's like, "Dude, like Panthers got fleeced so hard," and I saw that, and I was like, "Oh." And I was like, I could right now text and be like, "You want to talk about fleeced?" But I was like, you know what? He's probably mourning right now because of what they just did, and I was like, I'm gonna be nice because I know he's upset because they just got a 3rd round pick and Hunter Long for Jalen Ramsey. So I'm gonna let it go.
Let it go. He's probably weeping.
I'm just gonna
a
wait.
lot.
I'm just gonna wait until next time he brings it up. Funny enough, he hasn't mentioned it since they traded for him.
That's really weird.
But
All right, so then obviously that's most of the news that has broken.
oh no, actually, that's not true. I saw on my phone while you were reading KNF construction ad. Sam Darnold has found a home.
Sam Darnold, where is he going? Big Sam Darnold, where's he going?
This is actually it's a developing it might not look like news, but it's it has something there. He's not going to start. but he's going
Oh,
to start.
that's strange. I'm gonna. Ooh, football team.
No.
No,
49ers.
really?
He's not going to start. One of their other 7 quarterbacks is going to start, but we know that they're going to get hurt. And so he's going to eventually come in and start. That's genius by Sam Darnold right there. Actually, it's not. He definitely could have gone somewhere like could have gone to the Panthers and mentored CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
He's already on the Panthers.
No, he left. He's a free agent. We could have resigned. I don't really care that much. You're trash anyway.
All right, so that's most of the bigger news. Obviously, free agency starts in 2 days. So,
yeah.
right, technically 2 days, but whatever. People get signed all the time. So, obviously, like 1,000% of the NFL news for the offseason will be coming out this week. So, most of the trades will go down. Everything will go down before the draft. So, we'll be back here next week at some point. Kadin's getting teeth ripped out of his mouth on Monday, so we won't be here then. But at some point next week, we'll be here to tell you guys about that.
It's going to be fun. You're sure you guys don't want to do a show with me all high off of painkillers and whatever they give me?
That could prove to be a fun episode. We'll talk about it.
No, we're not doing that. I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be at home going,
We'll talk about it. We'll go through
we
that.
are not
We'll
talking about it. I will not be doing any talking.
All right. So unfortunately, second round of the March Madness bracket.
Dude, stop hating. This is literally like, oh my goodness. I can't tell you how
Your
excited
life?
I am for Thursday. No,
Yes, this is your life. You
No.
live for March.
I do live for March.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
March is the best time of the year. This is really off topic. Not really. Last year in English, we had to write a poem during March. Did I tell you this before, Debbie?
Yeah, you did.
We had to write a poem about anything. And I wrote mine about March because we were in March and March Madness was starting later that week. And I wrote about how amazing March is. I wrote about March Madness starting this week. I wrote about NFL, like free agency starting. I don't know how I made that into a poem, but it like she said she loved it and it was like the best in the class. I don't
That's
know if that
crazy.
was sympathy, but like
Didn't it get published or something?
I think a lot of them did.
Don't tell them that. Tell them your poem got
Yeah,
published
mine got published.
because of how great it was.
And now
March.
it is hanging in a studio somewhere. I was gonna say like a March Madness thing, but
It's not.
it's not.
All right, so back to the bracket. Round of 32.
Serious.
Very serious stuff. So here we have Alabama and West Virginia. I'm going to go with Alabama.
They're good.
They're very good. They're going to kill all these other teams.
Whoa, you knew what you were doing.
Charleston
No.
and
you
Virginia.
Knew, you knew what you were
Charleston playing
doing with
Virginia.
You knew it.
Moving on.
You knew what you were
playing
doing with that.
Virginia.
I'm not gonna.
I'm
address
going to
that.
go
I-
with
I am not addressing
drum roll, please.
That was good.
Virginia. We're going with Virginia based on the seeding here.
See, don't worry about the seedings too much. We can't. There's always going to be teams.
I understand that, but it's 12v4.
All right.
I feel like that's.
Dude,
gotta
can't make
carry
it too
some weight.
boring. It's just the K&A bracket. It's not no official.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Baylor.
Charleston.
No. That one's a little.
Oh, you're
out
going
there.
Baylor.
Yeah, I'm going Baylor.
I like it. Personally, in my bracket, I'm stuck on this one. I'm really leaning Creighton.
Really?
Unfortunately.
Really?
I
Even
like
though the
Baylor.
jersey?
I like Baylor a lot. I love Baylor. They're my second team. But they've okay. I was in the car with my mom, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And my mom is great and she like acts like she cares about things that I care about when I know she doesn't at all. So something about March Madness came up. I don't know how it came up. I never talk about it.
Kadin definitely brought it up.
And my mom said, like, right now, who do you think you're gonna pick? And this was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, Baylor. No bias there at all. First of all, since I said that, Baylor has lost 6 games in a row.
Yeah, that sounds like it's on you.
It sounds like it is on me, but so they're kind of struggling. So I'm like really against picking them, but I like that. Go for it. Okay,
I like it.
who you got here? Missouri, Arizona.
Let's go with Missouri.
Oh,
I have no reason for doing that. That's a pretty big upset there, 2v7.
here, keep scrolling down. There's more down low.
But I won it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's what we're going with.
Purdue and Memphis.
I really struggled to pick Purdue because, number one, Big Ten. Number 2, Boilermakers. What kind of name is that? Number 3.
Seriously, it's not intimidating at all.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make some boilers. Woo! Number 3, it's Purdue. They suck at football, so it makes me feel like I don't want to pick them. But they do have that nice little number 1 next to their name.
They do have that one. That's
So I'm gonna go with Purdue.
Fair.
I think that's pretty legit there. All right, here we have Oral Roberts and Tennessee. You had said something about Oral Roberts that you really liked him.
I did say
That's
that.
something.
I said how they have that dude, and he just jacks up a bunch of threes, and now they have that
that's right.
7'5" dude.
Oh, that's right.
And Tennessee's point guard tore his Achilles.
That's right. You know what? If I have them beating Duke, we're also going to have them beating Tennessee. So here we go. Oral Roberts. You're going to go all the way. You are the, was it St. Vincent?
Cinderella.
The St. Vincent of last year?
St. Mary's. No, I'm sorry. St. Peter's.
Oh, St. Peter's. That's what it was. With Doug.
With Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, look at that. You know.
I remember some things from last year. He had that cool mustache. All right. Kentucky, Kansas State.
Would be a good game.
I hope so.
No,
If it gets to that point. Let's go with Kentucky. I don't know. I feel like they're more of a basketball school.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with them.
That's fair. Marquette and USC. I am going to take this one and say Marquette.
I feel like that's probably a good pick.
USC is trash.
Are they?
I don't think they're that good.
All right. Well, I hope they beat Michigan State.
All right, we got Houston and Auburn.
Yes, we do. I feel like probably Houston, if I had to guess.
You can do whatever you want.
That makes you sound like you want to pick Auburn. They're number 9
in my bracket. I believe I picked Houston. I don't know if I picked this game yet, but Houston is weird because they play in the what's it even called? The AAC or the A10? They play in a terrible conference. Like they play nobodies, and they beat up on them all year because they're playing nobodies.
Right.
But then everyone's like, dude, they're so good, and so they're ranked the 1 seed. But then when they go play a normal power conference team, they look like a normal team. But that's fine. I mean, I think I have them beating Auburn too. I mean, they're still good enough to get far. I just don't know how much I believe in them to win a championship.
That seems legit. Houston, then. I like it. All right.
Our
Kaden,
boys from Kent State or Miami.
you walk me through this here.
Okay, so you got Miami, who has really good point guards,
Yeah.
but they play zero defense. Like,
Ooh, that's a problem.
Yeah,
That's NBA type stuff.
That is NBA type stuff. We have. Oh man, you just started World War III over here.
Sulan's about to actively destroy the computers back there.
Sorry guys, we're gonna have to. Thank you for watching this episode of K&A Football.
It'll be our last episode as Sulan will destroy everything.
As we have no set. If you have open basements, please let us know. So Miami, they play no defense, and Kent State plays really good defense. But Miami's offense is really good. Kent State's offense is also pretty good. Kent State's 15 minutes down the road. Miami's
a little further.
18 hours south.
I feel like you want me to go with Kent State. So we're going to go with Kent State.
Oh, okay, look at that. Debbie is happy about that. Debbie has Debbie officially committed to Kent State? Debbie has offers from Kent State's basketball team.
Yeah, the true story. Stay tuned for the Debbie commitment show.
We're all going to be behind
we'll have all
the
all
hats spread
sitting
out.
here, and Debbie will have to go ahead.
And he's going to have...
So, pick up the hat,
No,
throw it over his shoulder, put on this hat. No, it doesn't feel right. Put it back. Kent State.
No. What's going to happen is he's going to have Duke, because they want him.
Yeah, they want.
He's going to have Duke. He's going to have Ohio State. They need him. They're going to have Kentucky and a couple other hats, not Kent State. And he's going to try them all on and be like, no. And then he's going to throw them all. And all of a sudden, he's going to have on his off-brand Jalen Hurts jersey that he's wearing back there. And he's going to... No, it looks good, though. And he's going to rip it because it probably can rip because it's probably not great material. He's going to go and rip it off. And he's going to have a Kent State jersey on. And he's going to start swinging his Jalen Hurts jersey around. And he's like, I'm committing 15 minutes. I'm taking my talents.
Taking my talents
to 15 minutes down the road.
to 15 minutes South Beach. Kent State.
Stay tuned this summer. It's going to be great.
We'll see Debbie playing in this tournament next year. All right.
Yeah. They'll be a 1 seed. They will be a 1 seed with Debbie.
Right. Iowa State and Xavier. I still am confused as to why Xavier has a Z sound when there is no Z sounding letters in that name. But we're going to go with them because the X looks pretty cool. That's the only reason.
Okay. That's fair. All right, we got the Battle of the Texases.
That would be a pretty good game, actually.
What? The Battle of the Texases?
Just Texases. Yeah.
Yeah,
The seeding would be terrible, but
And aren't they rivals? They used to be rivals.
they used to be. Isn't one of these teams is leaving for the SEC?
Texas is.
Texas is? Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense in basketball terms. Obviously, football, people kind of value more than basketball.
Yeah.
So, like, in that terms, it's like, oh, good. But for basketball, it's like, why would you leave the Big 12? It's so good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you got Texas A&M, Texas, 7 versus 2.
Probably go with the 2. If I had to pick here, I'm going to go with the 2. No
Austin doesn't
reason.
like to take a lot of risks.
No, I'm pretty conservative when it comes to risk taking. Kansas State, and I am, dude. I don't take big risks, man. All right, Kansas State and Arkansas.
Kansas.
Probably Kansas.
No. You said Kansas State.
Oh, my bad. Kansas.
You already had them losing.
Just
Kansas
kidding.
versus Arkansas. I will pick this one for you. Kansas.
No, I was thinking this is where we take the risk. We go with Arkansas.
No.
I'm messing.
Oh, I don't want to just have all chalk for you. So if you were going to take the upset, I was going to be all for it.
No, we go in Kansas. I hate the bird, but
I hate the bird.
I hate the bird, but
You know, they got a really good. They got 2 really, really good players. They got Jalen Wilson, who is elite, and they have Grady Dick, who is so good.
I'll trust you on that. I have no idea. All right, St. Mary's and UConn. Well, last year there was a Saint team and it had Doug. I hope this team has a Doug. So we're gonna go
Team has a
St.
Doug, yeah.
Mary's. We're pick Sue Ellen. Pay attention.
You guys, this is why Sue Ellen stops coming to the podcast.
I'm picking St. Mary's in hopes that they have a Doug.
Heck yeah.
I have no idea if they have a Doug, but I want them to have a Doug.
All right, TCU versus Gonzaga.
I'm so sad to see that there's no Villanova in this. I really wanted to scream.
Oh, I know you
Scream, let's go Nova! But there was no Villanova, so
because they're terrible this year.
oh, that's unfortunate. Hopefully that lady's screaming at her TV still. All right.
We're not talking about that. If you don't know what we're talking about, good. TCU Gonzaga.
Let's go TCU here. I'll pick the.
That's what I have.
I'll pick the
I
upset
haven't
here.
been going that far.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I actually, how crazy is this? I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm probably gonna go back and change it, but I have Grand Canyon beating Gonzaga.
Really?
No real reason, but I hate Gonzaga.
That's fair enough. I feel like you should keep it. That'd
Go
be a
with
lot
Mike.
of fun.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, do it.
They're probably hooping down there in the Grand Canyon.
Probably.
They like it's like you're already in the bottom, so it's like you can't overshoot
Started
it.
from the bottom, now yeah, it's the whole thing, man.
The only way
Perfect.
to go is up.
Oh, wait, it goes up, man.
Yeah, they're just climbing.
All right, Boise State, UCLA, probably UCLA. I
Pick
got
with your
no
heart.
idea. Yeah, UCLA. All right, there we go. Round of 32 is
Complete.
over. Now we are in the Sweet 16.
16 teams left.
This is when the real risk taking comes out.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
That's what I wanted.
So
I'm waiting for it.
to start, we're picking Alabama. That's a big risk.
That's a big risk
That's
right
a
there.
big risk. Going with Alabama.
Let's quickly move on to the next one before you say any other.
Quickly move on
Before you
before I have
cancel
to
us.
Make another joke. All right.
Oh, we got Baylor and Missouri. I forgot you had Missouri. So
Baylor, Missouri.
we got here we go. Baylor's strengths are 3-pointers.
Okay.
Baylor's weaknesses are
Everything else.
pretty much defense. Terrible. They're terrible at defense. They're like awful. Missouri. I haven't watched much Missouri this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know anything about them. So this is all.
Man, this is rough then. You don't know anything about Missouri, and I accidentally picked them to beat Arizona. So
We gotta roll with them.
I'm gonna roll with them. We're going with Missouri. I have no idea.
They're the Miracle Boys.
Yes, they're gonna be good, man. They're gonna win the whole thing. I have them winning it all. All right,
Oh,
Purdue,
let's go with that.
Oral Roberts. I feel like this is where.
This is the battle of the 7'4" and aboves.
Hey,
You got
there go.
7'4" unit, and then okay. So the Purdue big guy is 7'4", but he's like thick. Like,
Why did you hesitate to say that?
'cause I was
word?
like, I know Debbie's gonna react back there, but like he's a girthy dude, and
You made it worse somehow.
Oral Roberts, big man, he's about that girthy. Like he's very skinny, but he's an inch bigger. So like, what are you thinking with this? What are you thinking with this one?
I'm gonna have to pick Purdue. I feel like this is where Oral Roberts stops.
Stop hating on me back there.
The 7'4" girthy dude. He's gonna end up winning it for him. Alright. Kentucky and Marquette. Let's go with Kentucky. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I know that
Sure.
the rankings.
They're going to be out for
Doesn't
blood
matter.
because last year they were a 2 seed and they lost in the first round to St. Peter's, to Doug.
Yeah, let's go Doug.
Yeah.
Bro, Doug's in the league, guaranteed.
Doug is not in the league. Doug is not in March Madness. His team didn't make it.
What a loser. All right, Houston and Kent State. Unfortunately,
Hey, real quick. These teams played earlier this year.
did they?
Houston was a 1 seed. Kent State, obviously not ranked because they're not a top 25 team.
Mhm.
Kent State lost by 5.
Also, didn't Kent State last?
At Houston.
Didn't Kent State go pretty far?
Pretty far what?
Like last year.
They did not make it.
There was 1 year like.
In 2002. In 2002, Kent State
That was
got
like
in.
last year.
I was thinking of.
2022, 2002. It's basically the same year, guys.
You just got to mix it up. I understand. Yeah, 2002, Kent State made it to the Elite 8, which is nuts. Well, yeah, because I was alive for it.
I agree. Yeah.
I was
They
a
only
big
lost
fan.
by 5?
They did. Like, was it a fluke?
At
Maybe not. It was at Houston. This would be obviously neutral site. Both teams rolling.
You know what?
You've already beat Indiana, who's
Yeah.
who's trash. Brunson, your team's trash. Miami, they're a good team. You beat them. Who are we going out?
Hey, you know what? If they only lost by 5 at Houston's home, neutral site, root for the home team. We're going with Kent State. That's probably going to be as far as I have them. But
Dude, if they can beat Houston,
if they can beat Houston, they can beat anyone.
winning it. Oh no, that
Kent
was
State
we
win
would
all
lose all of our credibility.
Yeah.
Our credibility might already be gone.
It's already gone for the picks we have so far. All right, Xavier in Texas.
Winner probably gets a Final Four.
Probably because they're going to be playing Kent State. Probably Xavier.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to go with Xavier. No,
They score a lot. Which
that's
is how
good.
you
That's
win
how you win
basketball
games.
No.
actually.
I was done with what I was. They score a lot, but they don't defend a lot.
Oh, see, that's a problem.
But they
because
score a lot.
Stopping your team from scoring is also how you win.
That is how
But
you
mostly the points thing.
Points do matter.
All right, Kansas State, St. Mary's. I'd love to pick against Kansas State because I hate that mascot. Kansas. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying Kansas State? That's not a thing.
I think it's a sign. We gotta go back and pick them.
It's a sign. I gotta go pick them to win the whole thing. No, Kansas. That seems legit.
Yep, I'm with that.
Glad.
TCU versus UCLA. Here we go. The battle of the letters.
True story.
Random letters. Texas
Yes.
Christian University. University.
Of Claw. I have no idea what it stands for.
University of Colleges in LA.
Oh, it's something. It's Central
Yes.
LA. No. I like that. Colleges in LA.
University of College.
University of Claw versus Texas Christian.
Let's go with Texas Christian, man.
TCU.
TCU.
Okay, they're avenging that championship loss. I like it.
Yes, that seems legit, guys.
All right, now we go to the Elite 8. Here we go.
Yes.
We got Alabama, the boys, and then we got the sleeper boys. Whoa! Stop moving it. And then we got the sleeper boys with Missouri. Here we go. Do we keep rolling Missouri through, or do they fall short?
They fall short.
They fall short to Alabama.
Alabama goes ahead and wins this one.
I do agree with that.
All right. Kent State and Xavier.
The
This
Battle
is-
of Ohio. Ohio's looking good in this tournament right
Hey, we're going to walk away with something.
now. No, we're not picking Kent State. I'm
We're
sorry.
not picking Kent State. That is not going to happen. This is already way further than they're ever going to make it.
No,
I mean, not that.
they will make it this far.
Our bracket is guaranteed to be 100% correct.
No, almost close. Mine, my
Oh,
personal.
Sorry. Caden's personal is obviously going to be 100%
This is
correct.
second, and
And
then
when,
yours.
when you win the money, it goes to the podcast, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not my new Bryce Young or CJ Stroud jersey.
No, it goes to the podcast. All right.
Oh, you're buying with all that money?
Purdue, yes.
$1 million?
Purdue.
$1 million. I forgot that I
Yeah.
get $1 million if I get a perfect bracket.
Is it just 1 million?
What?
Is it just 1 million?
Is it just $1 million?
Just $1 million? Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's almost mathematically impossible.
Right, but if you would be handed $1 million right now for filling out a piece of paper,
Yeah,
I think
okay, fair enough.
you'd be like, "Oh, let me do that again." I didn't.
It's only $1 million, guys. All right. Purdue and Kentucky. I think we're going to go with Purdue.
We are gonna go with Purdue.
We're going to go with Purdue.
No, never mind. Yep, we're gonna go with Purdue.
Yeah, we're not talking about him anymore.
Until probably the next round because he's gonna have to come up because he's whatever.
All right.
Kansas,
not state, just regular Kansas.
right? Kansas, KU versus TCU. Here we go.
Get rid of the bird.
The Bird versus the Frog.
Texas Christian University.
I have to go with Kansas. I like.
So you literally hated on them the entire time, and here they are in your final.
Here they
four.
are in the Final Four, guys. All
Okay,
right.
so we got 3-1 seeds in the Final Four, which is a little nuts, but it's all right.
No, it's going to happen.
Sure.
It's going to happen, guys.
It doesn't happen much. You're gonna have upsets, but
Nope. No upsets.
No upsets. This is it.
This is what it's going to be. And when it's like this, you all can remember this moment.
Okay, so here we go. The Final Four is played this year in Houston, which, if you think, Houston is a 1 seed. So if they get here, they
Oh.
kind of have home court advantage.
I should pick them to go all the way.
No, because we already have them out.
You're right. I do have that.
They're losing to Kent State.
Right. Love that.
All right.
All right.
Final Four, Alabama. Well, we'll preview this game.
Okay.
You got Alabama. You got lethal shooters on that team. Dead serious. No. Rewind. You have lethal shooters on this team. Brandon Miller is an elite shooter.
No, you know what you did.
No,
No,
I know.
don't even admit. You know what you did.
I know. But Austin did that on purpose. I'm sort of doing it on purpose, but like I have meaning to do it. Austin said it to set it. He had no idea what he was saying, except for the fact that someone in Alabama killed someone. So he had to bring that up. I'm saying it in the fact that they can shoot 3-pointers very, very good. They're one of the... What?
Is getting canceled.
How did Debbie just asked how you score 3 points?
Like,
You shoot
Oh.
behind the 3-point line.
Now, Debbie plays inside the paint.
Debbie's a big man. And then still, oh my goodness, when we play with our friend group, Debbie's basketball skills are beyond
Comparison. They're so good.
what I was gonna say.
Kent State.
Oh, that's right. That's why Kent State
Yes.
wants them. Right. So we got Alabama. They're good at hitting 3-pointers.
There we go. That's better.
They're really, really good at that. Brandon Miller, he's the best player in the country, aside from the other best player in the country who's on Purdue. So it would be a battle of Alabama shooting a bunch of threes. Everyone on their team is super tall, even their point guard. And then Purdue, obviously we know they have big man down low, and they have a mid other team. I'd say it's big man down low is like Justin Jefferson
Okay.
because he's good. And then the rest of the team is a bunch of Kirk Cousins.
Oh, that's not good.
But then you got Alabama, and you got Brandon Miller is Justin Jefferson, and then you got Adam Thielen.
He got cut.
He did get cut. That's news. Coming to the Panthers, maybe. Dalvin Cook. You know, you got like pretty good players around.
Okay. Let's go with Alabama.
I was leaning towards that.
Yeah, I figured that you were here. All right, Xavier and Kansas. Do you want to preview this one for me?
Kansas won last year. It's really, really hard to repeat. I'm not trying to lead you on. And Xavier is from Ohio. They're good at offense, not good at defense.
Give us Xavier.
There we go. Xavier, Alabama. Could happen.
Definitely gonna happen. And then to win the whole thing will be Alabama. Gonna go with Alabama to win the whole thing.
All right, final score. You got to predict the final score.
Yeah. All right. I have no idea what the score range is for college
I
basketball.
want to hear it. I want to hear a guess. I'll tell you if you're wrong. I'll tell you up or down.
All right. Final score.
Did you play defense?
They do. This is not the NBA. They do play defense in this.
That's true. All right. Is this for Alabama or Xavier?
Yeah, just the winning score first, and then the losing score.
Okay. Winning score, Alabama with 82. No, that is wrong. No.
Put it around the 70s or 60s.
70s or 60s? Man,
Oh,
college
no.
basketball
Actually,
sucks.
no. 80's fine.
All right, 82 it is. Going with my initial.
I mean, that'd be a really high scoring game.
But you said the Xavier doesn't play defense.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Xavier doesn't play defense, and Alabama's good at offense.
That's
Perfect.
what I'm saying,
Yeah,
man.
you're right. You know what you're doing.
Yep, I know exactly what I'm doing. And then I'm going to say that Xavier scores 76.
So it's a good game.
Yes.
Good. All right. Make sure you mark these down, Sue Ellen, so that if we get a perfect bracket, we get $1 million.
Oh yeah.
Click, scroll, submit.
We'll do that later.
We have to sign up. That's done. The
We'll be
K&A
doing it
bracket
later.
is complete. With Alabama winning. A lot of it was Austin. A lot of it was chalk, but it's okay because that's gonna be fairly accurate.
Yeah, definitely. I have no faith in this bracket.
Dude, it'll be okay. I think we have a really good chance at
Some of it.
at getting the champion right. If you get the champion right,
That's worth a lot of points.
that is worth a lot of points. You can win off that.
All right. There we go.
Has any
There's-
other news happened? Let's make sure.
Make sure there's no
No
other
news has
bro,
happened
'cause we're in
since-
the big part of the news for the NFL.
49ers signed Sam Darnold. The Falcons signed Jesse Bates. It's pretty good.
It's decent.
Did we talk about?
Right path.
Oh, we did talk about Eckler.
We did.
Mike White doesn't deserve to be talked about
Mike White went and signed with the Dolphins.
because he knows that he'll be playing eventually. Yeah, that's all we got.
Very good. All right. So thank you guys for sitting through the pain and suffering that was this March Madness episode. I know that I thoroughly
Enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. You enjoyed
I
it.
hated this. Debbie forced me through this. He told me that I wouldn't get paid for this week if
Paid. Oh, whoa. Rewind.
Oh, I mean, I was supposed to keep that a secret. Debbie said that he would start paying me if I did this episode.
Oh, what
So-
about me, Debbie?
Kidding. He said that he'd start paying me if I didn't do the episode, threatening me with money. That's bad news right there. All right. So
Should we? Wait.
yeah, what's up? No.
You know what I was gonna say. Okay,
I know.
Never mind.
No.
Just kidding. Pranking
No.
you guys.
Caden has secrets for you all, but I'm telling him not yet. Secrets coming soon.
Oh, that's good enough. Secret's
Yeah.
coming soon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode of K&A Basketball.
Slash football.
Nope, K&A Basketball.
We talked about some football in here.
Nope, we talked about
Okay.
basketball.
K&A basketball.
Thank you guys for watching K&A Basketball. Hopefully we won't ever see you again because I never want to do a basketball episode ever again. So I'll see you guys next time for K&A Football. Thanks for watching this episode of K&A Football. You can listen to our podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and we're also active on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts.
If you made it this far in the video,